There are many battles that we can fight. There are many fronts to this war that we are all engaged. I personally believe, my dear fellow Americans here at the Constitution Party, that the great battle that is waging, the one that, dare I say, Satan is most concerned with, is the formation and the creation of what has been called first publicly by George Bush Sr. and has now been picked up by others, the New World Order. The loss of our sovereignty, the loss of our national independence is the great battle that is waging in America today. We will not be able to fight the other battles that we desire to fight. We're not going to have an opportunity to engage the other issues that confront us if we lose this battle. If we lose our freedom, our independence, our national sovereignty, all the other battles go down the tubes simultaneously. This is the battle right now in which we must fight. We have no choice. It is thrust upon us in the same way that it was thrust upon the founders of this country, in the same way that Patrick Henry got up and said that the soldiers are already on the field of battle. We have no choice. We must rise to the defense of this battle. So too the Constitution Party has no choice. We must stand in defense of our national sovereignty, our independence, and the principles upon which this country was formed, or we are lost as a country. The reason I was willing to stand with Congressman Ron Paul, because he, among all of the other candidates, in my view, saw the most clearly and the most succinctly this battle. He understood the dangers of the United Nations. He understands the dangers of foreign entanglement, as did George Washington. He understands the dangers of allowing ourselves to succumb to the temptation of becoming an empire or a world regime. We are a constitutional republic. We are not a global empire. Every empire of history fell under the weight of trying to sustain that empire. Our founders understood that. That is why they drafted a constitution which, according to Jefferson, was to be used as chains. Chains not upon us as the people, but chains upon government to allow us to express the freedom and the liberty that God alone has given to us. I would remind you that we would not have a USA Patriot Act if it were not for our invasion of Iraq. I would remind you that it was not Iranians or Iraqis that went into the Branch Davidian homes in Waco, Texas, and burned those old men, women, and children to death. It was our own government. We have far more to fear from Washington, D.C. than we do Baghdad or Tehran. And unfortunately, most of the people that are running for public office among the Democrats and the Republicans do not believe that. They really believe that the answer is in Washington, D.C. The answer is in government. The answer is in the political elite. And you and I both know that the answer is not in the political elite. It's not in Washington. It is, first of all, in the sovereign grace of Almighty God. And secondly, it's in the hands of the people who are willing to fight and die for freedom.